And we are live. Welcome everyone to finally, we're back. We're back on the air. Another episode of Omake Ikuze Round Robin. I'm happy about being back. Holy crap. This is Bishi, as usual, and tonight I am joined by Furiku.
Yo.
And Jolly Yellow.
Evening, folks.
Unfortunately, Maverick is not going to be here tonight. He is actually, I believe, at work. He's making that paper. I believe, let's see, Alkamori is getting ready for finals, and also all of our thoughts actually go out to her and the Florida State University family for what happened this past week. I'm going to pretend you didn't look like you just hit a brick wall, Jelly Yellow. But anyway, so our thoughts go out to her. Yeah, some other people are missing, but we're still working with it. To actually start off tonight's show, we want to go ahead and actually wish condolences to the family of Justin Costello, also known as Justin a Character, who suddenly passed away from a heart attack, I believe last night. He was a prominent figure in Australia as a cosplay figure. His cosplays were amazing, did great prop work. If you guys hadn't seen it, I suggest taking a look at some of the stuff that he had done, but he's going to be definitely missed for the cosplay community as a whole. So if you would, just join us in a moment of silence or remembrance real quick for him. So. All right. Now on to lighter things. NC Comic-Con actually happened recently, and one of our members actually got to go and apparently had a amazing time.
Holy shit! Yeah.
Yes, go.
Yeah.
Have fun.
So, okay, there was a Wizard World show right up the road from me. Literally, this thing was 10 minutes from my house. This was a really good, small, kind of low-key convention, which was good for the time of year that it is and the venue that it was at. And yet, I say the words small and low-key, but John Barrowman was there, so what the fuck? It was one of those, I don't know why, can't believe my good luck, but you know what, I'm not going to question it. It was a really good event, and I'm definitely going to be going again next year, regardless of whoever's on the bill. It was just a Saturday-Sunday convention, and it was held down at the Carolina Theater in, the theater in the convention center over in Durham, because it was half convention and kind of half film festival. So you also got a chance to see a couple of things in theaters that you might not have gotten a chance to see. If you decided to go for the late night Akira showing, bravo for you guys. I didn't have the guts to do that, but I got to see Nausicaa in theaters, which, holy crap, that was pretty. I love me some Miyazaki, but finally getting to see some Miyazaki on the big screen was really nice. And,
Can I interject with a moment just to say
Sure.
Yes, it is? Because
Yeah.
I actually managed to see Spirited Away in theaters.
Ooh.
Oh, I bet that was pretty.
It was sublime.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But it was really well organized, and like I said, it was small, really seriously family friendly and chill. I was there for the obvious reasons. Number one, get out of the house and do something other than a master's thesis. That was a good thing. And number two, go dork around with John Barrowman all weekend. And for the record, by the way, all of you people, all of you, like, dozens of people who were messaging me and pestering me and bugging me ever since the announcement went out, you need to get your picture of John killing you. You need to get a picture of John killing you. I got the fucking picture.
She did.
Alright? I can put it,
It
I
is-
can, like, link it over on Omake, but,
Highlight.
It is brilliant.
God, he laughed his ass off. But no, he gets the joke.
How did you pitch it to him?
I just asked, can I get a shot of killing me? And he laughed and fucking did it. It was, because obviously he knows what the joke is. Like, didn't have to explain, oh, by the way, I've got like 100 pictures of other people killing me. Yeah.
That's brilliant.
I spent most of the rest of the time with arrows sticking out of me because there were so many of those other cosplayers. I was like, nope, I gotta get Malcolm, gotta get Arrow, gotta get Deathstroke, and there were some really, really good cosplayers there. You know, for what I felt like was a very chill event, a lot of people were bringing their A game cosplay-wise. The big thing is apparently I saw a lot of Guardians of the Galaxy cosplays, and all of them were just so top-notch. I got a photo with a really good Gamora, with a full body paint job and everything. And there was an entire family that was dressed up as Guardians of the Galaxy, and unfortunately I couldn't get close enough to them for a photo, but they even had the little kid that was dressed up as Rocket, and it was so cute!
That's awesome.
But no, you know, we got to go, you know, I was there for the John Barrowman panels. Getting him sleep-depped immediately off of a plane was awesome because we were trying to trip him up with questions, and he wasn't falling for it. Like, we were trying to get something to slip about next season on Arrow. Something, anything.
Right. No.
Nope. So, I tried. Somebody asked who would win in a fight between Malcolm Merlyn and Deathstroke. He's like, I don't know. Are we gonna get to find out? I don't know. Shut up. But, yeah. So yeah, overall great weekend, good show, really well organized. Also bonus props for those guys using the local comic shops for ticket distributions. Because if you were organized and you had your stuff handled ahead of time, you could get your badge either at the Carolina Theater box office or at a couple of local comic shops around the area. And I found a new comic shop because it was being advertised by, you know, print out your pre-registration thing and bring it to any of these local areas. And there you go. You have your badge. You don't have to wait in line. So it was really well organized on that front. And the badge also got you, you know, 2 free tickets into, you know, 2 of the movies. You know, one on Saturday, one on Sunday. And so overall, for the film festival aspect of it, that was great. I can still quote way too much of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, by the way. Found that one out.
I think all of us can.
Yeah.
Oh, you played Secret of the Ooze?
Secret of the Ooze. It's like, nope, I gotta see that.
First one was still better. That's another story.
The best Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, I'm gonna have to go with the animated one. Like, not the last one that came out, but the one before that.
You're talking about TMNT?
TMNT.
Yeah, let's go. That one was good. It was. I give it props, but I don't know. Maybe it's because the child in me is attached to the original one back in 1990. It's like, that was hard forever.
I mean, they have their good moments. They have, like, some of them are better in some aspects, some are better in others. I mean, all over the respect to the people that were in the rubber suits and doing the martial arts, because I can't understand. Like, I use Psi, so I can't understand how do you use Psi when you only have 3 fingers and you've only got 1 rotation point, and I don't have, like, I want my full hand to be able to do that with them. No. You're stuck in a suit with these, and you're still using the Psi perfectly, or you're still using the Nunchaku in a rubber suit with gloves like this. So, yeah. But then in TMNT, we finally got the fight that everybody always wanted, the fight that I wanted growing up all those years. Leo and Raph finally throw down. And it ends exactly the way that it should have.
Yep.
That's what you use Psi for. They are used as sword breakers. So when he catches it, and they yell at each other, and then he snaps them. I was screaming in the theater. It was all of my childhood dreams coming true right there. So, yeah.
But of course, that fight ended like it was supposed to. Leo putting Raph in his place in the end.
In the very end, yes, but little touches.
I mean, even early on in that fight, Leo was kind of like, I can kill you if I wanted to.
Yeah. that was my childhood right there. That's just nope.
That was a good movie.
Yeah, but overall, NC Comic Con, great show, lots of fun. Dun. Speaking of Arrow, so
Yes, Arrow.
yeah, I'm still not caught up. Shut up.
You need to do that.
I know I need to do that, but like I finished up my thesis and then I got Dragon Age Inquisition, so I'm gonna do that first.
Put Dragon Age down. Catch
You
him on
can
Arrow.
talk about that later.
We'll get to that later, but Arrow. So The Flash on CW just started, and holy crap, so far that show is amazing. Oh my god. It's so good. Like Mom's got into that one. She couldn't quite get into Arrow because she was trying to jump in season 3 and it wasn't really clicking, but then it's like, and she's not the biggest DC fan in the first place, but hand her Barry Allen, and Mom's like, cool. So, yeah. But right around the same time, like right when I think like episode 2 or 3 aired, Warner Brothers made their announcement of the new DC movies that are kind of be coming out. I think it's like the Flash movie I think is coming out in like 2018, and hey, we've got this guy that's going to be playing Flash in the movie. There was some controversy back and forth asking about, well, does this undercut the Flash TV show since it's not actually part of the DC cinematic universe? What happens with copyrights? Back and forth. Frankly, I think the guys on the CW are safe because the moment that Grant Gustin stepped onto that screen, when in that episode of Arrow, before he even opened his mouth, like he just starts talking, and I'm like, I love you, and I already want to strangle you, and you're irritating Ollie. You've got to be Barry Allen. And then he introduces himself as Barry Allen. I'm like, all right. So I think he's got it in the bag. I don't think there's a possible way to undercut him because he's so good. He's so good. Some people were calling The Flash like the anti-hero show because, it's kind of partner show. Arrow is very, very grimdark, and it kind of has this grimdark surrounding, but it's still Barry Allen. We can't go grimdark with this, and he's still very him. He's still a goofball. He's still.
You can definitely see the era of, oh my god, I have these cool powers and I can do all of this with them. And his powers are like he's learning how to use his powers more efficiently. So yes, he's growing.
Yeah. Like seeing the hero be bad at his job and get better is really, really good. Like it's a part of the charm. And we get that in Arrow. Like we get that with the Island flashbacks, which is kind of funny. And I really gotta ask Stephen Amell, how the hell do you play both Olivers at the same time? Because you gotta play this fuck up at the same time as playing. Well, okay, he's a different brand of fuck up later on, but he wouldn't be Oliver if he wasn't. So.
He does it justice.
Oh, does it so good. Man,
I
was bitching.
I haven't watched any of it, so.
You should. It's really good. Like even if you're not a big DC fan, you should at least check it out. Because I always liked Green Arrow, but like the last couple of reboots, the last like a whole bunch of stuff that had happened in the comic books, like even let's go all the way back to fucking Crisis on Infinite Earths. All right, the last giant, they did a giant reboot. All these other people were getting all these other big things. We're making these big sweeping changes. Okay, what are we gonna do with Green Arrow? Meh. Fuck. Okay. New 52 comes out. Again, we're doing all this big stuff like Batman gets all this cool shit. Superman, you're changing up all these universes. What about Green Arrow? Meh.
That is true.
You guys. Like, he screwed
Green
over.
Arrow New 52 doesn't get shit noticeable.
I was like, what the fuck? I mean, I actually think, like, if you take the very core bases of the characters, and there's always a strong comparison made between Batman and Green Arrow, because at their cores they very are similar characters. You know, they are, in essence, they both are the I'm just a regular guy with a lot of really good training and a lot of resources, right? They went different paths with it. Bruce is more angsty with it. Oliver's still a bit of a jackass with it. They both end up with the kid sidekicks. You know, there are a lot of comparisons between the two. So I've always said that Green Arrow could be just as interesting as Batman if he had one writer, only one writer that actually gives a shit about the character. And he had not gotten that in the comics for so many years. So watching Arrow take off and going, yes, this is what Green Arrow is supposed to be. This.
Yeah. And there's just so many nods in that show to so many different things. It's like, oh my god, what is that? What is this? It's like, oh, this is coming soon. Like the episode that came on this week. Oh yeah.
Nope. Fuck you guys.
How far are you behind?
Not that far behind, all right. I'm not that far behind, but.
Damn it. All I'm saying is, hurry up.
All right. I'm gonna hurry up. Blah. Yeah.
Let's see. Steve Amell, he kind of wasn't feeling the way they did that with him announcing the Flash movie, which is the TV show. So I can understand that because, like you said, Grant Gustin is starting off pretty good.
He's starting off amazing. Like by the time that movie comes out, that guy's gonna have to live up to what Grant Gustin is doing. Is what I'm saying now.
Well, I don't know. Are they using Barry Allen in that movie down the road, or maybe they're gonna go Wally West? No.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Exactly. That's what I'm like. They could just turn around and say, you know what? That's Barry Allen. This is Wally
West. They could do that. You're right.
And I mean,
I'd watch a Wally West movie.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's gonna be a show, it's gotta be Barry Allen. But I'd watch a movie with Wally West in it.
I mean, because Wally West is like, he proves that he has a lot of power. So it's like, we should be thankful that he is a goofball, because Flash is immensely powerful character. He can do a lot, but West is a goofball. Like, I mean, imagine if like Lex Luthor had Wally West power. Exactly, it'd be broken. It wouldn't even be interesting because it's Lex Luthor. But Wally West is just like, yeah, I got all this power, but I'm just gonna cut up and have fun, make punny jokes.
Fucking brightest day, darkest night, man. I've already done that rant. I think I've already done that rant on the air, but fucking Luthor.
But anyway, so.
Hands in the orange lantern ring, and then you're surprised when he stabs everybody in the back. Fuckers. Anyway, that's the short version of that rant.
Yes. So yeah, so let's continue. So speaking of going to conventions and having comic book characters and cosplaying those comic book characters, it would seem that I'm sure most of the fans out here that watch this, they're familiar with Yaya Han, who is I guess we can go ahead and say, very largely famous cosplayer. I think we could agree with that title, that description.
Hold on. Sorry, there's a couple of questions that finally just popped up.
Uh-oh. What are those questions?
From Melee Boy 82690, he will be playing Barry Allen in the DCMU, and he's getting his boxing glove Arrow too.
Cry. Not the boxing glove Arrow.
Yeah, they did that.
Not the boxing glove Arrow. God damn it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Man, that conversation. Oh my god, it was like one of the season 1 episodes, and where everybody with a secret identity is all sitting down at the same table because we can, and It's like somebody suggests, yeah, it was Malcolm suggests the name Green Arrow. You know, how about Green Arrow? Lame. And God, it was so funny. Like kind of that little nod of we're a little bit twitting in the face of the comic book past and recognizing that, okay, some of this is a little lame, guys. God. No, Boxing Glove Arrow, no.
It's kind of like the first few episodes of Flash where people were calling him the Streak. Which was like, come on. Yeah, they did.
So good.
Bad. So, any other questions there, Bishi?
No, not at the moment.
Okay.
Oh, apparently, Melee Boy is Maverick.
Oh, so where the fuck are you then, dude?
He's at work. He works as a security guard now.
What the fuck are you doing on YouTube when you're working?
He can do that.
Worst alibi ever.
No.
Bad Maverick.
Bad Maverick. Bad.
Anyway, going back to our original topic that we were going on before I
Okay.
the diversion.
Yes, we were just about to talk about Yaya Han and her recent commentary on the cosplay, or I guess on the world of cosplay. And she appears to be of the opinion that the so-called golden age of cosplay has passed. And that we're now, and it's almost, maybe not a decline, but she makes comment that cosplay has, I guess we could say, is not quite at the pinnacle of what it once was a few years ago, and now it's now that it's become a household thing. You can flip the TV on and watch some cosplay on TV now. It's mainstreamly accepted, and she thinks that maybe that's kind of had maybe an adverse effect on the world of cosplay. That's kind of her opinion on it as someone who she's been in cosplay for a long time, and she is a major name in cosplay, so maybe she has a unique perspective on the world. Go ahead, Bishi. Go ahead.
Well, first, apparently Maverick, where he's at, the cleaning crew makes a lot of noise, so that's why he can't be on. We would hear nothing but like in the background.
No. I'm not saying why can't you be on. I'm saying why are you commenting on YouTube when you're at work?
Yes.
That's not my objection.
We're not telling you to get on, Maverick. No.
Okay, so Yaya Han is saying that the golden age of cosplay is dead. My thought is the golden age of cosplay really hasn't happened yet, because now cosplay is becoming, granted, yeah, it's becoming more mainstream. More people are getting involved in it, which means you have a wider talent pool of all the cosplayers and everything out there. I mean, okay, take some of the stuff that I've done, for instance. I've actually branched out from what I originally started doing. Because, let's face it, Furiko knows me. She knows when I started with Sobi back in '06, you would not have ever thought that you would see me in the Ginga Bishonen outfit.
I liked your Sobi, but that's me.
Huh?
Actually, a lot of people liked your Sobi. A lot of people liked your Sobi.
Okay. All right. Well, like when I did Sobi, you wouldn't think that I would like be in something like Yosuke, would you?
Yosuke was unexpected, but then as soon as I saw, as soon as you did it, it was like we pull you out to the video game and we paste you into reality, and there's Yosuke.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
I've branched out. I've done more than just because I started with Sobi. Let's see, I did Sobi, the Hitachin twins, and what, like, let's see. I'm trying to remember what else I had around that time period. But, I mean, hell, I've even branched out with my stuff. You know, everyone out there is actually having to up their game. Sorry, I realized that over here was, like, amazingly white. Everyone's having to up their game with all the stuff that's coming out, and it just seems that it's one of those things that now that we have more people cosplaying and more people getting into it, we start to see different aspects of craftsmanship getting better and better and being improved upon. Like prop making. One of my friends that I met through cosplaying, actually met him at A-Next when I went. Manonite Cosplay. He makes all of his own props. Like, he will take wood and cut all of his own props, and he makes full-size keyblades. But there was one comment in that entire in the entire article that she had where and this is a quote from the article. She says, "Veterans who've been doing it for a long time don't know how to go with the flow," end quote. Honestly, how much has Yaya really branched out? I mean, I'm not detracting.
Yeah.
I'm not detracting from her work. She does amazing craftsmanship.
Mhm.
She does. But she doesn't branch. I mean, this goes back to another pet peeve of mine where it's one of those cosplayers seem to be more. I'm trying to figure out the right way to put this. Cosplayers seem to be more popular or given more praise for their cosplay when it's something that is sexy somehow.
I mean, I don't critically see that because I'm going to hold up the counter example of Tigress, who's around here, and you know she wins lots of awards on stuff that isn't traditionally sexy. You know, her Princess Elena outfit. Oh my god.
Her Kefka. Kefka's awesome.
Kefka. Fucking Kefka.
Wait,
but-
this person cosplays Kafka?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have to talk her into doing it again, but
that takes a lot of talking to get her to do because she has to spend like an hour putting on the makeup.
Yeah,
like, it's the biggest pain in the ass cosplay to do. But man,
it is an amazing cosplay. But like, okay, like her notwithstanding, to me she's an exception to the rule.
I mean, I see plenty of people. Well, there's the problem is that there's kind of two sides of the coin here. Cosplay for fun versus cosplay for competition. And Yaya very much focuses only on the cosplay for competition. Who gives a shit about the competition? Who gives a shit about, like, guys, we do this for fun to goof off at conventions, you know? I've never seen cosplay as, like, a status symbol, my costume better than yours, whatever. I mean, fuck. The costume I'm most well known for, I look fucking nothing like the character, okay? There are plenty of characters, even from the same canon, that I could pull off just because I have the absolute perfect color hair for it. I don't want to.
Nope.
Why? Because running around in a fleet coat and getting people to pretend to kill me is fucking fun, okay?
You're quite happy, especially when you have John Barrowman do it, or little brother dressed up as Bridget Harkness.
We gotta do a retake of the Envy, by the way.
Yeah, we can do that.
We can do better than that.
We gotta figure out a time or whatever to do that.
Yeah.
No, actually, Saya commented saying personally she thinks Yaya's issue is that she's run out of things to cosplay, and because she can't think of something and she's cosplay royalty, she's calling it dead.
Well, I mean, there's games and anime still coming out on a regular flow, so I I don't know. But along with what Saya just said, I'm almost wondering: is it a matter of not even that she doesn't have anything else to cosplay, or maybe it's she herself is running out of steam to do cosplay. Like maybe perhaps she's getting to the point where she's not into it as much as she used to, because Yaya Han is very big on branding, even outside of cosplay. Well, having her own, selling her props, selling costumes. The whole ambassador thing where now she pretty much just goes to conventions, not even doing competition anymore. She's pretty much just invited there to be a host or to be a draw for the con. I mean, Yaya Han, she's a mainstream headliner now. I mean, you can have a convention and say, put Yaya on the flyer. That's how big she is now. Maybe she's starting to get away from where she came from. Maybe.
My thing is, I think it's one of those things of she is no longer enjoying it.
Good.
It's becoming more of a chore to her. And because, how many times have we all sat here and gone, cosplay is for fun? I mean, look at all the stuff that I do. How many competitions have I entered? One, and that was on a whim. That was just basically, might as well do it, just see how it works out. And that was at Triad during its first year.
Yeah. Like, when did you ever? Oh yeah, you did.
I did that just because I was like, I'm bored. Let's do it. How many have I entered since then? None. How many am I going to enter? None. I mean, unless I get invited into a major group where we're going to have this huge, group sketch or something during the cosplay competition, and it's a character that I really love, I'm not going to do it, because to me that takes the fun out of it. I love just walking around on the con floor and getting stopped like every, 10, 20 steps that I take for a picture. The people around me might not love it, but that's a different story. To me, it's fun. There's no... Golden Age is not going to, end. Golden Age probably hasn't happened because, now, like I said, cosplay is more mainstream. You have more of this base coming in, and they're going to have all of this new... They're going to have all of these new ideas, all of this new stuff coming along with it, and it's just, it's going to grow. The problem is that they're trying to take something and make it marketable and commercial when that wasn't the point to begin with.
That's true.
There are certainly a lot of people that do make a lot of money off of cosplay and off of costume commissions, and even not even specifically commissioned stuff, but even mass-produced costumes that are still usually really, really good.
Oh no, that's not what I mean by marketable and commercial. I'm meaning stuff like the bastardization heroes of cosplay.
Okay, there's that. Yeah.
It becomes a thing.
When it becomes something that you can tune your TV into on a weekly basis, that's what I mean by marketable and commercial.
When it becomes a subject of reality TV, it's mainstream.
Yeah. When it becomes a subject of reality TV, that's going in the wrong direction of what it's supposed to be. That's what I'm getting at.
Gotcha.
So... my thoughts on it are that the golden age of cosplay, the golden age of cosplay has not even happened. It might be beginning to happen, but just because someone who thinks that it's past, no. Because, I've seen people at conventions. I swear one of the best cosplayers that I saw was at Animazement one year. Older guy, probably in his 60s, actually dressed up as Master Roshi.
Man, oh god. there was this guy at NC Comic Con. Again, had to be in his 60s, dressed up as Thor. It was like had the long Viking beard and everything. Oh, it was so perfect.
I would imagine Odin, but yeah, that could work too.
But it was so good.
If anyone thinks that the golden age of cosplay is done, I will lay down this challenge to you. If anyone thinks that it's actually done, go to Dragon Con next year. Find anyone over 40 and see if they're cosplaying. And if they are, look at the quality of their cosplay compared to the under 40 crowd. It is equal, if not better, in some aspects.
See, that's probably going to be a mark of said golden age. When you take the people who are, we'll say, in their early 20s now, if they stick with it, and then we look 20 years in the future when they're the ones with the massive disposable income, they're in their 60s, the kids are already graduated and gone off, and now it's like, I have money, I have time. Yeah.
Oh, I have already marked out something that I want whenever I get a decent amount of whenever I get like a massive amount of disposable income.
Oh boy.
I want a full-on plug suit for Nagisa.
Yes.
A plug suit.
Yes.
And it actually has like the removable armor pieces.
Man,
Yes.
just to be
That's the thing. Yeah.
plug suit Evangelion, right?
Yes.
Okay, just to remind myself, yes.
Haru Nagisa. Yeah, that's the thing.
As Mav so eloquently put in the Q&A, that old people money.
Yeah.
I'm gonna smack you next time I see you.
But let's think about this logically, okay? Our early 20s. We didn't have disposable income to the point where we could do shit like that.
I don't have disposable income now.
Yeah, but get established, and then a little ways down the road, we'll have the stuff where we can commission cosplays that might cost $2-3 grand.
I mean, yeah,
I don't know. I miss the cosplays from my early 20s, man. Or even back from all the way back in high school.
Okay.
Did either of you two see my Bathrobe Kenshin?
Yeah, I did.
Alright. Bathrobe Kenshin, dude. Unintentionally a classic.
I mean, my first cosplay that I ever threw together that I really won't even call a cosplay was just a Spike Spiegel that I threw together in like 2 days. I had dark pants, I had a yellow shirt, and I had, green hairspray. So I just cobbled it together in like 2 days when I was 16.
Yeah, I think that's a part of cosplay just fine. That is a part of cosplay that kind of needs to still happen. There still needs to be kids out there who are like 17, 18 years old, and it's like, I guess whatever anime is popular these days, like you can sit down and throw together a Attack on Titan costume or something like that.
That is not an easy costume to throw together, by the way, and mega bonus points.
Okay, first of all,
cosplayers, and all of them were so good.
Okay,
all right, you can throw
that movement system. I'm talking about just the uniform. Yes, that movement system. No, take that off.
You can throw together many things from. You can do many different things with closet cosplay. So I mean, as Saya said, as a group we get good costumes together on nothing. Imagine what will happen when we have the funding.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a true thing when you have the funding. But yeah, I think those beginning groups down there, like you and your Spike, that still needs to happen because you gotta have the ideas to go with that money later on. So I really hope that doesn't disappear. So I'm hoping like the 20-year-olds or the 16, 17s or whatever. I'm hoping that they're still doing what you two were talking about, throw together the bathrobes or put together the two or three days or something like that. That still needs to be happening. So when they come up, it's like, oh yeah, I've got money, I got ideas. So. Yeah,
oh no, just imagine, the 20-year-olds now, in about 20 years, when they have kids that are about 10, 12, whatever, getting into cosplay.
Yeah.
The golden age of cosplay is not done, because you have kids now that are growing up cosplaying.
That's true. I don't think you'd find too many people who right now could say, oh, well, I'm a regular at cons, and I grew up in cosplay, and my parents have been bringing me to conventions all my life. Those kids are just being born now.
Some of them might have already shown up in a carriage as a Moogle, but,
Like I said, baby Rocket Raccoon, man. Rocket Raccoon.
That's trying to be like that little Mega Man who was at AZ this year.
That little dude was awesome.
It was like a little 3-year-old kid dressed as Mega Man, had the Buster arm and everything, and his dad was like, you gotta play the gun out. He put his gun out, this like pretending he was shooting stuff. People were mobbed around the guy. It was like, yeah, he just won Mega Man. I feel bad for anybody who's cosplaying Mega Man this week.
that little dude was fucking awesome.
He did. He had the helmet and everything on. It was cool.
But no, I do not take anything that Yaya says as far as the golden age of cosplay being over. That's not true. That is actually further from the truth than anything else that in my mind that I can think. I think we might all be in agreement with that.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Moving on. Oh, right. Saya actually mentioned something else. The little 4-year-old that was dressed as the Lego Man at AZ. Also, that had like the little heads that could actually turn and everything. That had different expressions.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
4 years old and doing that, and had crowds of people taking this little guy's picture, and I'm just like, yes. Yes.
Right. Just walk up to him, bow in respect, and walk away.
Yep. That's all you can do.
You back away.
Just go, please, sir, may I touch the hem of your garment? Alright, so, getting off of that, and on to something that I think might be near and dear to Jolly Yellow's heart.
Oh, yes, it is. Yeah, speaking of, all things in the heart, and I'm sure most people watch Digimon. Come on, who hasn't watched Digimon? I'm sure everybody has. I admit I haven't watched it in a long time, but the original season, Digimon Adventure, apparently they're going to be getting a sequel or a follow-up season in 2015. So what we'd be looking at here is it would be a continuation. So this is going to be taking place sometime after Digimon Adventure 2, which of course was an immediate follow-up to Digimon Adventure 1. So this is going to be, what was that? Ty, Matt, TK, all of that original bunch, and they're going to be a couple of years older from what I'm understanding. Let's see. Ty, I think they're going to be set up to where he's late high school, perhaps. So he's going to be a little bit older, so you're obviously going to see maybe Joe already in college or something to that effect. Not a whole lot of details out there just yet, but I'm going to be ready to watch that next year, because it's Digimon. Who doesn't like Digimon?
Oh, don't forget the huge thing that's coming with that, too.
What huge? Hold on. Have I forgotten something in my old age?
How old are you?
I turned 34 a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
You're not that old. You're not that old. But,
Very old.
yeah.
Hey, I'm the old man of the group for a reason.
Yeah, we think Jay was major shit.
I used to be.
That's right. Hang on, I got a link to send you. You're not gonna believe this.
Let's see. Yeah, let me go back and revisit that link because I'm trying to
Well,
remember this.
I'll go ahead and help you out.
Yeah, help the old man out.
Confirmed to feature Mega Evolutions.
Oh yeah. Well, okay. Now, in all fairness, Digimon were doing Mega Evolutions before a certain group of freaks who play games started doing it. So, I mean, but you know, so we'll put that out there. But yeah, now that you're reminding me of that, it's remember from the original Digimon Adventure of the original 8 kids, 2 of them already had access to Mega Evolutions, so apparently the other 6 are going to end up with Mega Evolutions as well.
Nice.
I'm looking at this picture that you
Uh-huh.
posted.
Uh-huh. I apologize for striking my fellow hosts absolutely speechless, but yeah.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah. So weird. Speaking of people growing up there, Jelly Yellow. Yeah.
Is that recent?
Yeah. Like, that's from this past weekend.
The fuck?
November 20th.
Yeah.
What? I forgot. How old is he?
30.
30. Okay.
30.
That's right. That's right. 'Cause, yeah, he's right around. Yeah.
Yeah. You have that moment when you knew this person growing up. You know how this person was as a teenager, and all of a sudden they're 30 and they're getting responsible and weird. Who commented what?
No, I just broke Saya.
Oh,
I showed it to her, and she's just like,
yeah, yeah. Anyway,
Yes. Move on.
okay, so now I'm done. Now I'm done breaking you two.
Jeez.
but anyway.
So, speaking of breaking and moving on, I guess, Bishi, you want to talk about this next one?
Sure. Let's
speaking
talk
of
about
things-
breaking stereotypes.
All right.
One of the main tropes in all of anime has always been the magical girl. But what would you say if I told you that next year, 2015, they're coming out with a magical boy anime?
Progress.
I like, okay, it is actually an anime. They have a game of it as well. I believe it's just a graphic novel game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's called, and I'm probably going to mess this up, so apologies. Binan Koku Chikyu Boibu Love. Pretty High School Boys Save the World Club Love. It's here to break down gender stereotypes or just pander to the female love of pretty boys by being a magical boy anime. So you have five guys in an after-school club called the Doing Nothing Club. And their animal mascot is a pink talking wombat.
The more I look at these pictures, the more I think it's going to end up being Oron High Host Club with magical transformations. But that's just me.
I'm okay with this.
Oh, I'd be okay with it.
Trying to claim this is a bad thing.
Yeah, I am okay with this. I'm looking forward to it just to see what exactly they're going to do with it and to watch all the people that, like, you know, because I've noticed that there is a select group of people out there that watch anime that will watch things like Tenchi Muyo, Love Hina, and all that sort of thing, the harem anime, and think that it's good. And then they watch stuff like Free, where it's a bunch of guys and it's specifically for the ladies or something, and think it's crap. So I'm interested to see the internet blow up at this one.
Actually, that's going to be one group worth watching. Oh.
What was the last female harem anime that you can think of that's been made? Because I'm like, those are the classics, but those are the classics. So wait a minute, when was the last time?
True, but I mean, you have like the cutes. Okay, you have a lot of the cutesy moe stuff now. That's pretty much all. All of the protagonists are girls, so you have stuff like K-On!, you have stuff like Lucky Star. They think it's, I mean, nothing wrong with Lucky Star. That one's actually pretty funny.
But could you really put that in the same group with those old
You can't put it in the same group as, like, the harem anime, but you can put it in, like, okay. Yes or no, K-On! Was not exactly, was more or less for, like, a female audience.
Whoosh.
I think it was.
The little bit that I watched, I gathered that impression.
It seemed to me that it would be like more for a female or a maybe middle high school or middle early high school, just age demographic. But then you have all these 20-pluses watching it and going, oh. I'm just like, what is this crap?
See, I think the group that you mentioned will be worth watching. Those types that like see Free and it's like, why does this garbage exist and all that stuff. But I think another group is going to be worth watching. Is I want to see the response from those people that the mostly female fans out there that go nuts for this stuff, like Free and Italia and all that. I'm like, how are they going to respond to this? Are they going to like just kind of start gushing all over it? Or are they going to get mad because I don't know why they would get mad. I'm just throwing stuff out there. And I'm also curious to see what cosplayers are going to do with this.
Oh, I brought this up before the show, and everyone's like, yeah, we can see you as one of them.
Yep.
I may or may not have a plan.
You always have a plan.
But I still have a plan. Before that happens, I still have a cosplay that I'm going to be debuting probably at Animazement next year.
Oh?
Is that a would you like to know?
Yeah.
I'm going to be doing Krona.
That's a thing. Yeah? Yeah, that is a thing. That's... Yeah. You would be perfect. Ooh.
Jolly Yellow, are you okay?
I'm actually doing a search to see who that is. That name is
Krona from Soul Eater.
Okay. It's Krona from Soul Eater. I never watched all of Soul Eater. Okay.
The one with Ragnarok, the sword.
There's one of those rare anime that I like every single character involved. Like, usually even anime that I really, really like, there's one character that irks me or pisses me off or something like that. No, Soul Eater, everyone is solid.
Black Star gets annoying, but that's part of his character.
I understand where Black Star is coming from. Like, that's...
Let's see, Mav said yaoi fanfic everywhere.
What's wrong with yaoi fanfic everywhere?
As far as the Magical Boy anime thing.
What's wrong with yaoi fanfic everywhere?
And Tumblr splooshing everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
What's wrong with Tumblr splooshing everywhere? I mean...
He's not saying that there's anything wrong with it, I bet. He's just predicting it's going to happen.
Right.
Yeah, no, he's just predicting that that's going to happen. Because I can't say that he's wrong.
And let's face it, if it takes off and it builds up a good following, probably by 2016, maybe 17, we'll start seeing panels of it at every con in existence, kind of like Hatalia and stuff like that now.
Yeah. I'm actually expecting to see that in the next couple of years with Dramatical Murder.
Interesting. But yeah, that's certainly taken off too. Yeah.
Ephemeral Synthesis, hi, says, sorry this is not related, but damn good to have you guys back. Very glad to be back.
Yes, glad to be back.
But
Hi, Ephemeral.
Yes.
I'm interested to see what's going to happen with this Magical Boy anime. It should be entertaining. I know I'm going to watch it. I don't know. It will probably be a guilty pleasure of mine that I really can't call a guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
And it'll probably lighten the mood with a lot of stuff that's out there, because a lot of the stuff that's out there these days is kind of getting grim and dark. So, you know.
But in a fast way.
And I'm gonna go ahead and say this about this new anime. In Before Male Doka.
You know. You know.
It's just like, I am watching you.
And Mav also said Black Star for life.
Oh, what you did there, I
Yeah.
saw.
Alright. See, I personally think one of my favorites is Death the Kid, but
Oh,
that's me.
His solo episodes were, well, solo, like him and Liz and Patty, like those were some of the best episodes of the entire thing. That fucking episode on the boat, right? So we're going like that multi-part episode on the boat. We're going. The episode's chugging along. Hi, this is a filler arc. This is a goofy thing. Swerve. What the fuck?
Although I got reminded of something that I saw from the AMV Hell mini challenge that they have. Someone actually took a clip of Excalibur dancing around and put it to I know a song that it gets on everybody's nerves, everybody's nerves, everybody's nerves.
Good one.
I know a song that gets on everybody's nerves, and this is how it goes.
Well, I got an Excalibur story for you later. Yeah.
Props to whoever made that. But anyway, let's see. Next up, few weeks ago, I believe a couple weeks ago. Let me check and make sure.
So I don't think it's happened yet, but it is imminent.
No, I think it actually has happened.
Oh, has it? Okay.
Let me take a look.
Either G4's off the air or the nail's in the coffin. Let's just put that out there. It's like,
Yeah.
I hadn't gotten it on my subscription for quite a while now anyway. But
Well, you know, it's, I don't know.
Okay, yeah, no, G4 will be removed effective November 30th.
Okay, so it's coming up soon. So we got like one more week of Cops reruns and martial arts movies. Cops reruns and martial arts movies, yeah.
and
And
if
Ninja
you want to
Warrior.
hear martial arts movies, go switch over to El Rey.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's just, it bugs me a little bit to seeing that station fall apart like that because, again, I guess, Sean, aging myself here, is just, I remember back in the late 90s when that network started off as like ZDTV, and it was pretty much a computer channel. I mean, they had a show called Call for Help, and it was hosted by Leo Laporte, and he actually answered technical support questions on the air for callers. They would have then of course it became Tech TV, and they had a lot, actual useful shows. There was one show called Fresh Gear, in which they talked about what was up and coming in the tech world. So, things like that. Even had a couple of debate shows where they would talk about maybe the future of tech or the morality of technology and things like that. And then I, chugged along like that for a while, and after it became Tech TV, we started seeing, the video game programming coming in, and that kind of took over after a while, and the computer stuff went to the side as that information generally became readily available on the internet. I mean, it's like, what's the point of calling into a show when you can just punch on a website and get the answer yourself or anything? And after a while, it pretty much became a video game network. So you had, Cheat, X Play, and you had some cultural shows like Attack of the Show and things like that on there. But then, even after a while, I guess you could say it jumped the shark, I guess, or something to that effect. And eventually, you started seeing, almost like a Spike TV type programming where it was cops reruns, martial arts movies, Star Trek, and then.
The moment they started putting on Cops, I knew the network was doomed.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I remember watching G4 Tech TV when, like, Cinematech was on for, like, 3-hour blocks in the day, and I would just sit there for, like, 3 hours just,
Yep. Or Cheat, where they would go over just, cheat codes and strategies and stuff like that for video games. And then, of course, X Play.
Oh, yeah, X Play.
Yeah, with the SES.
God, I remember one episode of Cheat, I think it was, where they actually went through Skies of Arcadia. And I was just like,
Nice.
So that's how you did it. Yeah, it was a good network, but then, as you say, it just kind of went down the tubes after they started getting the shows that kind of didn't fit with the programming. Not only Cops, but then there was also this show called Cheaters, where people could like hire a private detective and
Bomb Patrol Afghanistan.
Basically, something like that. And then after a while, you could tell it became a really pop culture network, especially with the way Attack of the Show blew up with that was like the high period with Olivia Munn and Kevin Pereira, I think his name was.
Yeah, Kevin Pereira.
Yeah, and then after a while, you get to see it. It's like,
you could see that it was just...
It was becoming less and less relevant. Talent from the network just started disappearing. Like when Adam Sessler left, that was the end of X Play pretty much. And then of course Olivia Munn, she got a little too big to be on such a small network and show, so she left to go do her thing. I think Kevin Pereira eventually left. Those shows all fell apart. And then when those flagship shows fell apart, it just became strings of reruns of other things. I don't even know how much original content was running on that show in these last years. Most of it was just reruns and stuff that was played everywhere.
Yeah. Mav mentioned apparently he misses Morgan Webb's legs.
Yeah, I could give him that.
But, it's just kind of, I don't know, it's kind of a kick in the teeth, but it's also one of those things of this really should have happened years ago.
Yeah, I mean, and I guess you kind of have to ask yourself, how viable is a video game network on television now? When you have YouTube, you have Twitch, you have anybody who wants to have a video game discussion, they can start their own blog. We do video game stuff here. I mean, with all those resources, all those locations, how viable can you have a video game network on television when by being on television, you're going to be behind the times? You're not going to be able to keep up. I mean, such as recently, how are you going to keep up with video game releases? A game releases on Tuesday, you're going to cover it probably, that next Monday? So,
I mean, the writing's been on the wall for a while, but I think it should have actually had the plug pulled on it years ago.
Agreed, yeah.
Once they lost X Play and Cinematech and all that, they should have just...
Yeah.
But, so, yeah, that's a thing, unfortunately.
Or it's no longer a thing.
Now, this is a great segue into video games. Furiku got a hold of a video game recently.
So I picked up Dragon Age Inquisition, or really, J1 got me a Dragon Age Inquisition for my birthday. And I haven't beaten it yet, but it's proved very interesting so far. So if you want my preliminary thoughts on the game, there's a lot good, there's a lot that's frustrating the fuck out of me. So far overall, it's good. Well, let me just go ahead and put that out there in case anybody's doubting. The new combat system is interesting. You've kind of got two modes for combat. One is pretty similar to the old way the Dragon Age usually worked, is you've got your targeting system, you've got your quick buttons for your abilities and that sort of thing, but it's very active. You can also switch into the more tactical mode, where it shifts the camera so that you've got kind of an overview of the battlefield, and it really gives it more of a strategy-based feel, but it lets you shift if that's what you're looking for. You can shift into a bit more of an active control of each of your four guys in that mode, a little bit easier than you can in the active battle mode. I've been sticking with the classic active battle mode for the most part. There haven't been many situations where I've really needed to switch into the tactical mode. There have been some, because this game is being a little tricky with some of the tactical setups, which is interesting. And every once in a while I need that overhead bird's eye view of what's going on. But it's an interesting move, but I think it's a good move. So it's not a necessary part of the gameplay. You can definitely do the battles in either system, depending on which one works better for you. So, like, there's more versatility than I was really expecting out of this game already. People have been talking about how open world and how expansive it was, and they were not kidding. So, like, really early, like, you go through the first section, and it's, the first section, it's pretty on a fixed path. And then they're like, okay, we need you to go investigate something in the hinterlands. Boom! It opens up this giant area for you. And you can barely go a couple of steps without running into something extra or something new, or heading towards something extra. Whether it's another rift that has to get opened up, or another collectible thing that you have to do, or the side quests. There are lots and lots and lots of side quests, but they all feel very functional to the game. Because one of the other systems that's in play is this power system. You are heading up the Inquisition. Okay, minor spoilers for Dragon Age 2. So the Templars and the Mages are fighting. Thanks, Anders, asshole. Yeah, so that's still a thing. And somebody tried to call a peace summit, and that peace summit got blowed up. So there's a little bit of a whodunit aspect, because that overarching mystery is still there, but now there's also, like, bigger fucking problems. And there's demons everywhere, and people are fucking up, and it's like, guys, can we all please shut up and deal with this? So that kind of aspect is still very much there from the previous Dragon Age games, of you do still have to work a little bit of political magic while you're going, guys, we've got a bigger problem, stop bickering, stop fighting, shut the fuck up. So that hallmark of the Dragon Age games is still there. I love the characters so far. Like, the characters so far are really good, really interesting so far. My absolute favorite is Solus, speaking of my unhealthy obsession with Torchwood. Surprise Gareth David Lloyd, that was interesting. I was like, oh, that's the voice acting project that he's been on for the last couple months that he hasn't been able to tell anybody about. There we go. And so far he's the other person that's going, guys, we have bigger problems here, shut the fuck up. So I love the character. Everybody else has been pretty good and pretty interesting. I accidentally kind of shot myself in the foot a little bit, though. Because I started out with an archer rogue. Both of the first two rogues that you get are also archers. So, oops. But Some of the navigation is a little bit wonky. Some of the collectible fetch quests. There's one collectible fetch quest that is just pissing me off. Ways to make a Freaku unhappy. Make an absolute fetch quest, as in you need every single part of this in order to unlock it, and then put the pieces of it in the most obscure, hard-to-get-to places ever. And then just to warn you, when you're doing that thing where I'm like trying to hop up my mountainside, just like I loved Mass Effect. I loved the
Sounds
Mako.
like a true fetch quest, though.
It is. It is a true fetch quest. It is a true long-term fetch quest. Because, man, first you gotta like, get up on the mountainsides to get to the scope where you can actually see the magic shards. And then you find the magic shards, and then all the magic shards are like on rooftops and bullshit. And it's like, good. And oh, by the way, you take falling damage on the map, just as a warning. Because I didn't know that until I was trying to get to one of those things, and then fell off a cliff. And then 250 damage later, oops.
God, that sounds like some of my old PlanetSide days.
Oh, yeah. But overall, the game is really good and really smooth so far.
Okay, so compared to the last games, better, on par, what? So far.
So far. I'd say better so far. Dragon Age Origins and the expansion Awakening, they were good. They were very solid. The jury is as of yet out as to how much replay value this is going to have. I don't predict that it's going to have nearly as much replay value as Origins had, because you had so many choices, so many divergent choices, and you had 6 different openers that you could start with. I don't know how much your class or character choice is going to change your experience this time. I'm getting some interesting interactions from people because I'm an elf. But, that's what happens when you're playing around with the human church and you're kind of going, guys, I've got my own religion. This is kind of adorable, but you realize I don't believe any of this, right? Right? No, you guys don't realize that. Oh, shit.
What?
The characters seem deeper and the plot seems deeper and more complicated, but you still have this definite single goal point. Like, here is one big problem that you have to solve, just like Origins was. All roads were eventually going to lead to, we have to go slay the dragon in Dragon Age Origins. And one of the reasons I love that game so much is because of that kind of elegant simplicity. And despite the other twists and turns and things that are happening so far in this game, we do have a definite goal point in mind. And all roads will eventually lead to solve bigger problem. So, in that way, I think it's still real good.
One thing I'm curious of is when you're talking at the beginning about how there's so much to do, a lot of side quests and a lot of things you can get into. Do you think that the Inquisition is going to, or maybe has already fallen into what I guess I could call the Skyrim problem, where a lot of rich side quests, a lot of side things to do, but so much that you could almost run the risk of forgetting the main story?
Not exactly. I don't think so.
You don't think that's happening with this? Okay. Because I think that was kind of one of the faults of Skyrim, to where there's so much side questing that there were times where I would boot it up and I'd forget. I'd be like, God, where am I in the main quest again?
Yeah.
What am I supposed to be doing?
Yeah, I had moments like that in Skyrim.
Yeah. On the plus side, the side quests are very optional. Some of them are pretty... Yeah, okay, please go close up all the rest of the tears in the fabric of reality. We'd like that. Those ones are fine. Stuff like... Actually, some of the little simple side quests have been really kind of adorable, actually. Going and finding Druffy the Buffalo was... just... leading Druffy the Buffalo back to camp and trying not to spawn the group of demons over there because I'm half their level, but getting the buffalo to follow me. But again, they all feel very functional to the world and the setting because you're kind of consolidating your power in the hinterlands. And so, you've got these camps set up, and so you need to keep them supplied. You need to keep them, the power. They've got an extra rating called power, which is kind of all of the side quests that you do, bump that up. All of the main quests that you do, bump that up. And you need certain rankings on that to unlock other areas. And that kind of is a substitute for how your infrastructure in the area is, because you are conducting a war here. So if you if you don't supply your people in the hinterlands, if you don't consolidate your area on the Sword Coast or something like that, you're not going to do as well. And so it has a very natural feel like that. It's not required to do every single side fetch quest. I certainly have way more power than I'm probably ever going to spend on the main storyline, just because some of it is so much fun. But you're required to do some of it. You're not required to do every single little bit of it. Because I'm a completionist jerk, I'm trying to do every single little bit of it. But it is not. You don't have to get bogged down in the collecting the magic shards or the the fucking. There's one or two things that I just want to strangle, but.
That's why I'm sitting here scared now, trying to decide: do I want to buy Far Cry 4? Because that looks like a slippery slope of quests. But I'll probably end up getting it after the price drops after a few months.
Yeah, it's worth it. Holy shit! You played Origins, right?
Origins? No, I have not played it yet. Although I did pick it up free on because was their service? It's called Origins, I think it is. The EA.
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually offered that free on Origins maybe a month or so ago. So I downloaded it and played it yet.
Okay, there's a character. One of your party members from Origins does reappear in Dragon Age Inquisition, and it's kind of like there's her character in Origins, and then if you do one of her story-based side quests, she kind of gets a little harder, a little more badass, and then there's her in this, and then one of the side quests that you do in this. Holy fucking shit, she's metal. And when you first meet her, she's this sister with the Chantry, and is kind of has this checkered past, but is pretty nice and calm and whatnot. And then, what the fuck? Did she really just flip up and break a guy's neck with her ankles? Yes, she did. Oh my god. No, don't kill the hostage. Don't kill the hostage. She just killed the hostage. Guys, so watching her character development it's so good.
No, shit.
Oh, we broke her. We accidentally broke her. If for nothing else, if you played Origins, play Inquisition just to see Leliana. Holy shit, dude. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, Jelliello, if I'm not mistaken, you picked up something recently, didn't you?
Oh yes. I actually went and picked up Alpha Sapphire. Alpha Sapphire and its companion Omega Ruby are actually remakes of the third generation of Pokemon games, Ruby and Sapphire. And as such, generally every so often, Game Freaks decided to do an updated version. I guess you're trying to bring those older generations of Pokemon back and make them readily available and collectible again. And so far, I'm enjoying it. I think I've gotten to about the second town. I just got it today, actually. So far it is looking nice. It's given a nice Generation 6 touch to it. So it looks, that Gen 6, graphics. So it'll look like XY. So it's, a massive update compared to the original. Just like you did with Promise Fire Red and Soul Silver. The music is kind of remixed or retouched. And what kind of the main feature is, now Mega Evolution is now a thing in Pokemon, starting with Gen 6. So one of the things that you're going to see in this Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby is a lot of the older Pokemon now coming in with their own Mega Evolutions. For example, the three main starters, Trico, Torchic, and Mudkip, when they get to their final level, they have a Mega Evolution. So you're going to be seeing a lot of Pokemon from the past with new powers, new abilities, the Mega Evolve, new battle mechanics, and new device stuff. One thing I've liked so far is there's actually a device called the DexNav. That's a part of your, the Dex and everything. And what it does is, it'll just, when you're on a route, it will display a map of the area, and it'll give you a little silhouette of what Pokemon are on that route. So it'll give you an idea of what Pokemon you're looking for. But not only are those Pokemon out there, but then there are others that you might run into as like a rare chance encounter. Like so far, I've heard, I haven't seen one yet, but I've been told that it's possible to go find, for example, like a Ralts. Ralts is like a very small psychic Pokemon who's introduced in Gen 3, but apparently you're going to be able to find him a lot sooner than what you could have in the original games. And so it looks like they're trying really hard to get all the Pokemon in together so you can finally have a reasonable shot in hell of filling out the National Pokedex, because who fills those things out? I've never been able to fill one out. That's just me, because there's so much cross-trading between the generations. But with the Pokebank, you could probably pull it off now.
Yeah.
But, yeah, still just making my way through that. Started it up. Trying to think anything else really about that. Not a whole lot. Like I said, just got into it. But maybe I'll do some rage videos if it gets really difficult. Speaking of rage and difficulty in video games.
How you doing, Bishi?
Okay, so if anyone has actually watched any of the Twitch stream here in the last couple of weeks, you've seen that I have started, and I'm actually up to night 5, believe it or not, of Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I will say that it is actually much scarier than the first one. There is so much more to do than in the first one. You only had the 4 robots, and you had 2 doors and the lights and the camera. Seeing the video for the first one, you would think that's a lot to do because you got to keep watch on everything and make sure the doors and lights and everything's fine. Yeah, in this one you have, let's see, 10. It's in the original you had 4, not counting the Golden Freddy. In the new one you have 10, not counting Golden Freddy. And in the new one you also have no doors. They're just vents down at the bottom, and there's a door that has, or there's a hallway that has no door right in front of you. And all you have is a flashlight and a Freddy mask. And that's it. And apparently this game has enough pants-shitting terror to turn me into Hank Hill halfway through a gameplay. Jolly Yellow can corroborate this. My voice turned into Hank Hill freaking out. If you haven't seen it, it's on our Twitch channel. Go watch the highlights. It's gonna be entertaining.
I had a motherfucking grills today.
Uh-huh.
I said, I had a motherfucker selling grills the next day and shit. Talk about I quit. Go to charcoal, apply for a job as a sales rep.
Quit, roll up to Strickland propane the next day.
Sure enough.
Oh. But no, it is the hype is real. Mr. Scott Cawthorn definitely definitely upped the ante. His site is actually doing something that I'm not very part of me is happy about, part of me isn't, if that makes any sense. His site right now says closed or something like that. But if you take a screenshot and up the brightness, down in the corner it says until next time. And this was after he released Five Nights at Freddy's 2. So, are we looking at a third? Quite possibly.
Oh yeah, the hype train is has way too much momentum right now.
Yeah, but no, the hype is seriously real for this game. It is one of the scariest games I've ever played. I played through White Day. I played through the first. I played through Fatal Frame 2. Granted, I only got halfway through that game and then said, fuck it. I have played a lot of scary games in my day. This one is actually taking the cake. Like, I will be sitting here playing the game, and my pulse will go, it'll spike to like 140.
Ooh.
Like my
harder on you and do the thing, do a stress testy thing and test your cortisol. Yes.
If I can get to you so you can hook all the lab shit up to me, I will do that.
Yes.
But like, I am not kidding. I will be sitting here and my heart rate will spike. Like my hands will start shaking. I can take my pulse and it's just literally boom, 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 boom.
Well, at least you're not playing Evil Within.
I don't know which would be like more, because I've seen the gameplay for Evil Within and it definitely seems really good. Like, I'm enjoying watching the gameplay. I haven't actually played it myself, but
I've been liking it. So, well, I actually finished watching it 2 days ago, and it looks nice. Very reminiscent of Resident Evil 4, if you're a fan of that, because same director. So the playstyle looks a lot like Resident Evil 4. But I think the maker, director, I think he kind of borrowed from The Last of Us in terms of resources, because your resources are slim. So it's going to be one of those where, yeah, you got guns, yes, you can fight back, but you have to conserve your resources properly, or else you're going to find yourself in a big fight, and you're just going to die.
Yeah, that makes me think of the flashlight. Now your whole facility's powered in the second one. But you have a flashlight that can run out of batteries. And if it runs out of batteries, Foxy's going to come flying through that open doorway.
Has that happened to you yet?
Hold on. Saya, have I gotten nailed by Foxy in the second one?
No.
Nope, not yet.
I saw that in the commercial, and that's when I pretty much decided I'm not going to play that.
Yeah, Foxy just comes flying through the door, and I'm just like, oh, hello.
I don't need that in my life.
But yeah, for those of you who haven't checked it out, it is on Steam. It's the full game. It's like $6.99, I believe. Try it. If you do not have pants full of terror shit near like the second night, Second or third night. If you do not have pants full of terror shit by the second or third night, there is something wrong with you. You have no survival instinct.
This pants full of terror shit. Damn.
Okay, we've been going for about an hour and a half. Did you guys want to hit on the GameStop story, or just do a quick blurb on that, or just skip it?
Where GameStop is crying because it can't keep up with digital distribution.
There you go.
There you go.
Pretty much. So.
Oh, right. One other thing. Saya is actually working on an intro outro for all of our Twitch streams, so we can do like episodic content of them and put them here on the YouTube channel, so you guys can watch them all in one place.
Yay! Go Saya!
Yay! But okay. Last couple of things on our list. In 2 weeks from now, meaning some of the members of OI. I know Jolly Yellow, I believe you said you probably won't be able to make it.
Exactly. I will not. It's a definite no.
Yeah. The others will be, hopefully, I don't think Al Kamori will be able to make it either, but we will try to be at Anawave. As far as what we're doing, I think that's still up in the air as far as, like, if we're doing the same thing from AZ.
Last I checked, we're on the schedule.
Yeah, we are on the schedule.
Better do something.
We're there.
We are doing something. As to whether or not we're doing another anime you may have missed, like we did at AZ, or if we're doing something else, we'll figure that out. I'm pretty sure right now it's leaning more towards going back to the AZ thing, because of the fact that life has just gone to a lot of us.
Yes.
So if you are going to Anawave, let's see, that is December 7th?
7th? Yes, December the 7th.
December 7th in Wilmington. If you are going, we will see you there. We are actually on the schedule, like we said in there. Let me see. Where is it? There we are. We will be in Salon F at, oh god, trying to figure out what time this is. It looks like we're starting at 11:30.
Yeah, we're early this time. So.
11:30 to 12:30. So we have an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So 11:30 to 12:30. If you're there, Salon F. We're up against Armor Making 101 and the end of the Caitlin Glass Q&A and the beginning of the Japanese street fashion show. So, and what I find funny is right before us is how to start a YouTube channel or podcast.
I think you need to make that work.
Yeah.
Just kind of segue in nicely. Speaking of, coming up this Thursday is Thanksgiving, so we will go ahead and end this with us, the OI hosts, letting you guys know what we are thankful for. So, would anyone like to start?
Dude, I mean, at this point, I'm thankful for anybody who's still putting up with me after all the stress of the last semester. I'm thankful for my advisor. I'm thankful that my thesis is done. I'm thankful for my committee.
It's actually published. It's published.
Yeah, yup. It's in the library. Haha, no takebacks. After I submitted it, I found a typo. No takebacks. Yeah. So.
Oh God.
It's not in an easy to find place, but I found a typo. But
is it in a footnote?
it's one of the tables. But facts. If you would like to read the 60-page document that I can now hit people over the head with, to find it yourself, yeah. And I am thankful for all of the people who are going to be helping us put on Ichiban Con and Ichilarp and
Oh my
awesome
god.
stuff. Yeah. And anybody who's coming, I'm very, very thankful for you guys. You will not be very, very thankful for me when I'm done torturing you at the end of the weekend. Mike gave me everything I wanted. I wasn't asking for much, but he gave it to me anyway.
Yeah, as Mav said, that's because we love you. We're still around and put up with all the stress that you have because we still love you.
Yeah, love you guys.
If we didn't love you, we'd be gone.
Yep.
No.
But would you like to go, Jelly Yellow, or shall I?
Yeah, I do have. I guess it's a fairly short list because this year has been kind of awkward for me, but things are starting to speed up. So first and foremost, gotta be thankful to who I'm convinced is the most wonderful woman in the world. Rest of you women, you're great, you're okay and everything, but I have the greatest one. I'm calling that officially. Like it so much, I even put a ring on it a month or so ago. So definitely thankful to her. I'm just thankful for this I guess you can call it a milestone in life. It's just building a family, and it's very educational, very eye-opening. You know, you have to deal with the child is sick, the child is this and that. Thankful for my little badass cat who is teaching me the responsibilities of owning a pet. He has a tendency to disrespect all of my headphones, but he's still okay. Damn you, Balthazar. He's eating like 3 pairs of headphones. He'll just like chew through the cable and walk off. Like Ninja. Assassin's Creed. He just like goes off and blends in with the civilians, just walks away. So thankful to my great woman, thankful to my daughter, thankful to the cat, thankful to my current employer because without them, I don't know what I'd be doing right now. Life would be very different. Thankful to all the friends who have stuck around me, who are just all want to chime in, they want to say hi, conversate, talk a little smack, play some games with me online. Thankful for all those pieces and parts of my life right now because my life is good. So I am thankful for all that. If you contributed to it, thank you.
Before I start, Mav actually put in he's thankful for having a hand in helping construct this wonderful team that we're all a part of.
Yeah.
I am thankful for everyone, like Fudika said, who continues to stick by me through this, through all of this stress that I'm under. Starting law school is no easy task. Just so you guys know, I am thankful for all the fans that we have. I'm thankful for all of you guys for putting up with me even through the month of October because I damn near killed myself doing 2 gameplays a week. Sometimes 3. Having roughly 4 to 6, 8 hours of homework, depending, including reading, studying, and reviewing. Yeah. But no, I'm thankful for everyone for sticking with us, for sticking with everything that we have here. Even though life has thrown the team a curveball, we're still continuing to make it work. I am thankful for the fact that I can actually still claim that I'm somewhat sane.
No, you can't.
Okay, I can fake sanity. Or at least seem to fake sanity. I am, like Furiku, I am also thankful for the guys at Ichiban Con for letting us put on Ichilarp for the 3rd year in a row. And I'm thankful for everyone that's going to get tossed my way during this. Because this is my setting. And the Plan C giant fuck up oh shit moment of Sunday is my doing.
talk about playtime is over.
Yeah!
Yeah, I'm gonna be posting a teaser to that probably next month.
Oh, God.
It's gonna be glorious. But anyway, I am thankful for everyone who puts up with me on a daily basis. I know I can be an absolute, like, just bundle of nerves and a complete asshole sometimes, and I realize that's the case. Thank you.
But we love you.
I am not an easy person to put up with. Thank you for everyone out there who continues to support us, either through the YouTube, support our gameplays on Twitch, support us on Facebook, whatever it may be. Thank you to all the fans out there. I am thankful for all of this that we have, for the fact that we can come to you and bring you all this and just sit here for 2 hours roughly and just talk about everything and just let it fly and know that people out there are going to watch and enjoy it. So, you know, I'm thankful for everyone out there as far as the fans, because like I said, if it weren't for them, we would just be, you know, bitching at one another, and we'd get tired of that eventually.
Hey, I wouldn't, but...
True. But thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for all the likes, the support, the, you know, everything on Facebook. Let's see. We are at 595 likes. So thank you guys for that. On our Twitch, we have 38 followers. So, you know, you guys are what bring us back and help us continue to do this, and we thank you for standing by us and, you know, the whole life hiatus thing. So we will keep doing this as long as you guys keep watching. So thank you guys. And I think that's a great place to end the show. Did you want to add something, Jolly Yellow?
Oh, no, just shaking the fist and get a little tear on the eye, have a little family cry here.
Yeah, man, someone's cutting onions.
Yeah.
I know, right? That's all that is. Cutting those onions.
But thank you guys, seriously, from the bottom of all of our hearts at OI. You know, you keep watching, we'll keep doing this, we enjoy this, so as long as you guys still find some entertainment in it and continue to keep watching, that's all we ask for. You know, so we hope you guys have a good Thanksgiving. If you're going to be at Anawave, we will see you there. If not, we should have a show sometime, probably it'll be after Anawave in December, so probably I think we might shoot for 3 weeks, depending.
So
Because I think the one right after that, yeah, the 2 weeks after that is going to be like most of us are going to have plans. So
Wave is going to be on the 7th, so we may be looking at the 21st? Or
yeah, but that's the 21st is going to be when actually a lot of us are getting together, if I'm not mistaken, or having plans elsewhere.
Oh yeah.
So, but we might do that. We might do the week after. I don't know. We might talk and see if we can't do something huge for the 21st.
Cool.
But again, thank you guys so much. Words can't actually describe the just sheer appreciation that we as OI feel for all of you guys. So, but until next time, please, if you haven't already done so, please hit the subscribe button to keep apprised of everything that we put here on YouTube. Like I said, we're going to have new videos coming up of the gameplays from Twitch. Saya's going to work on them and make them episodic. If you also haven't done so, please go ahead and like our Facebook. It's facebook.com/Omake Ikuze, all one word. If you have any questions, comments, topics for future shows, go ahead and email us at omake.ikuze@gmail.com. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else other than, watch our Twitch streams on Wednesdays. Well, I do Twitch streams on Wednesdays. If someone else wants to do a Twitch stream, they're certainly welcome to, but they're not held to a schedule. But, again, thank you guys very much, and until next time, we will see you later.
Good night, folks.
Bye, guys.